This is World Awakenings, the fast track to enlightenment with your host, Carl Gruber. World Awakenings is a podcast dedicated to opening your mind, your heart, and your eyes to the fact that the world's population is now, more than ever, awakening to all things metaphysical and spiritual, and just how they play an all-important role in our daily life. So join Carl on this enlightening experience as he interviews metaphysical and spiritual experts to discuss, debate, and delve deeply into the hows and whys of this worldwide awakening.
Shall we begin?
The stress and drama of daily life can many times be hard to deal with on your own, and that's why Excelling My Life gives you the freedom to choose a professional life coach without having to make any special commitments and giving you control of how long you want to spend with your life coach. Go right now to www.excellingmylife.com and find a coach that suits you best. Then click on Call or Chat Now. You'll be automatically connected to your own life coach privately and instantly via chat or call. Find your very own life coach now. No waiting. That's www.excellingmylife.com. It's the quick, easy, and affordable way to connect now to your own life coach. Let excellingmylife.com help ease the stress and strain of daily life. Here we go with episode number 45 of this podcast, World Awakenings, the fast track to enlightenment. Hi there, I'm your host, Carl Gruber, and it brings me great joy to have you join me on my journey of discovering why now, more than ever, the world is awakening to all things enlightening, spiritual, and metaphysical. And by the way, if you enjoy this podcast, please take a moment to click the subscribe button so you won't miss any episodes. So in our tradition of having only the finest teachers, authors, and masters of all things enlightening, let me tell you about today's guest. Zehra Mahoon is a master mindset and law of attraction coach and manifesting expert. She is the author of 12 books on the subject and the creator of the Unlimited 40-Day Law of Attraction Workout and the Unlimited Universe Mastermind. After committing to completely transforming her self-worth in 2006, she went from being massively in debt to owning multiple properties and creating a thriving business, as well as healing her relationships. Boy, I definitely want to hear about that. Zehra's books are based on a visual diagrammatic approach to the law of attraction. She breaks down complicated concepts into small bite-sized pieces linked to analogies that make them easy to remember and apply. Zehra believes that all things are possible and that you can start from where you are and create a better future once you start understanding how to use the basic law of attraction concept. And she is committed to making it easy for you to understand and apply the law of attraction. So Zehra, welcome to World Awakenings. Thank you so much for being on the show.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I very much appreciate it. Zehra is in Ontario, Canada, and we appreciate her coming across the virtual border to talk to us. And, you know, as I mentioned in the intro there, quite an interesting story for you. Before we start discussing everything about the law of attraction, could you please tell us about your own personal transformation and how the law of attraction came to be what you teach and live?
My goodness, it's a very long story. So I'll try and summarize. I went through a period of life where things got really, really bad, and I didn't have any money. So I was looking for a solution that wouldn't cost anything. And I came across law of attraction, which involved only my changing my thoughts. And I thought, okay, I can do this one because it should be relatively easy to change my thoughts. Guess what? It's not that easy to change your thoughts. So I made a lot of mistakes in using the law of attraction. Disastrous mistakes, costly mistakes. And my journey evolved from that. my learning evolved from doing it wrong and then understanding where I went wrong, correcting it, and then achieving massive success. And that is what I bring to people. That is what I want people to understand, because I find that the way various people are teaching law of attraction, they're leaving out key components that become the reason why people are not getting consistent results. Some people get results, other people don't get results. And the question is, if law of attraction is really a law, then anyone who understands and uses the law should get results.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I hope to achieve. I hope to achieve uniformity in understanding what the principles are behind the law of attraction and making them easy for people to understand and apply.
Yeah, and it looks like you're doing an excellent job of it. I have a little outline of questions I ask here. I didn't have this down, but I was just thinking, I mean, your transformation came right around 2006. It's synchronous that it came out about the same time Rhonda Byrne's movie, The Secret, came out. Had you seen that or read her book at all?
I definitely. I think everyone who's interested in the law of attraction has come across her work. I was on the journey of law of attraction journey long before I came across The Secret.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the events of my life accelerated my learning.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you mentioned some things too, how people misuse the concepts and principles of the law of attraction. I think, being a certified law of attraction life coach with myself, and when I talk to clients, especially people who are new to the LOA, a lot of them, they can manifest a couple little things, and then, they have these big goals, and then all of a sudden they can't do it, and they finally just say, oh, this is all crap. What is going on? Do you run into that at all?
Of course, I run into it a lot, in fact, and it is my mission to change that. That is why I am actively talking about it, is because I think that there are key pieces in people's understanding about law of attraction that are missing.
Mm-hmm. Such as?
Well, first of all, law of attraction, people think that law of attraction means I will think a certain way and then I don't have to take action. But that's not true. Action is very much part of law of attraction. So that's just one of the things that people get wrong. The other thing people get wrong is that people treat law of attraction as if it were a tool, like a can opener. And it's not like that. Law of attraction is a way of life. It is not a tool.
Yeah, interesting. Well, and that leads me to my next question here, because you have many wonderful, beautiful books that you've written about the law of attraction. And one I was reading a little bit earlier today is called "If Thoughts Create Then?" Which is about how people attract negative events that they have never thought about. Tell us more about this one, please, because
yes,
that's a big one.
Well, exactly. It used to be a question that I asked myself. I asked myself the question, why me? What did I do to deserve all these things that happen in my life? And I thought I saw myself as a good person. So my question always was, why do bad things happen to good people? And the reason bad things happen to good people is because they don't realize the difference between positive thought and a negative thought. Wanting good things is not enough.
Well, I was gonna, on that same thought line, was going back to the movie The Secret. Dr. Joe Vitale is in that movie. Actually says, for example, so I didn't attract that. You telling me that I attracted this car wreck into my life? And he says, well, as a matter of fact, I'm here to get in your face, and said, yes, you did. I mean, how does that come about? Since everything is energy, and that's a big concept people have a hard time also absorbing, but how? I mean, a little more detail on how you think that happens.
Well, thoughts are energy. And we know that because brain waves are measured. Scientists can measure brain waves. So if thoughts are energy, then that is the energy you're sending out into the universe. It's your vibe that comes from your body. So when we think thoughts, our body vibrates with the energy of that thought. And that is the energy that we exude into the universe. And the universe responds to that energy, bringing us things that match the energy. So when you change the energy, you don't attract the same set of results, you attract different results. If you think about how things can go wrong or the things that can get in your way of achieving what you want, you're basically thinking about the opposite of what you want. And if you send out a message into the universe that is about the opposite of what you want, you're actually attracting the opposite.
And you can actually do that subconsciously. I've heard that the universe, the law of attraction, responds not necessarily to your thoughts, but to the energy that's radiating from your heart center, what you really believe, what your real paradigms are.
Yes, that is true. Law of attraction responds to your beliefs. Your beliefs are basically thoughts that you've thought in the past, and they're still alive and vibrating inside you because you evaluate things that are happening in the world based on your belief. If you decide that, let's say, a certain action is wrong, you made that decision once, now it's your belief. And anytime you see people who are not acting in a way that conforms to what you believe, you call them wrong. So that belief is not, it's not dormant, it is active because you're evaluating everything by comparing it with the belief. And when you change your beliefs, then the kind of things that show up in your life change because your beliefs are the vibration that you're sending out into the universe. So the answer is pick your beliefs carefully. You need to know what a certain belief is going to attract to you. And because a belief is just a thought, so you have to evaluate your thoughts and figure out which one of those thoughts are attracting what you want and which thoughts are attracting the opposite of what you want. And basically, that's what law of attraction is. The difference between thinking on purpose and thinking, what Abraham Hicks calls deliberately thinking versus thinking by default.
Yep. I think what you said too goes back to your book. Well, why do bad or negative things happen to good people? Is because a lot of people don't realize what their subconscious or heartfelt limiting and negative beliefs are. So they're still emanating. So you probably, I guess, would be a good suggestion for somebody to sit down and try to dig down and figure out what those limiting beliefs are so they can become a deliberate creator.
Absolutely, you're right. That's one of the techniques that I teach, but there's an easier way to go about it because I find that looking for your negative beliefs and trying to fix them is a harder and more time-consuming way of doing things. An easier way of doing things is to, let's say, write a list of 10 beliefs that you want now from your awakened perspective to adopt. And you tell yourself, these beliefs are the framework through which I want to see the world. These beliefs are the filter through which I want to evaluate what's going on in the world. These beliefs are the framework through which I will take action. And if you did that and you started today, as soon as the next day, your entire reality can shift. Let me give you an example. We can say to ourselves, as we think about our lives, oh, nothing's going to change. I've never had luck with that. That's not going to change. That's an easy one to spot, isn't it? Because I think everyone can spot that as a negative thought. But there are times when we say that when we look at something, let's say somebody is looking for a job and they look at a position that's advertised, and the thought that comes to them is, I'm not lucky enough. There are thousands of applicants. Why would I get chosen? Right?
Mhm.
Or I would like this relationship. I like this person. There's no way they're going to like me in return. Now, these are all negative thoughts. But if I have decided that my positive belief going into the future is, today I have made up my mind that the future can be better than the past. That is one of my core beliefs. Now, when I evaluate it against these two scenarios, I will evaluate them differently. I'll say, sure, there are thousands of people applying for this job, but the future can be better than the past for me. In the past, I haven't had luck, but that's no reason why I won't have luck this time.
Mm-hmm.
In the case of the relationship, you can say to yourself, sure, in the past, I believed that, this person wouldn't pay attention to me, but I'm a changing person growing every day, and so are they. And today I'm a different person, and so are they. And our future can be better than the past. I believe that in the future, better things can happen for me than have happened in the past. And so this is how now I have sent out a completely different vibration into the universe. And the universe will now respond to this new vibration that I have going on. And that's how you change. So you can go backwards and try to fix your beliefs, but a much easier way is to decide what you want to believe and then just go with it.
That's a beautiful explanation of a conscious paradigm shift. And it's very similar to what Abraham Hicks teaches. When you catch yourself thinking about what you don't want, I think Esther says, reach for a better feeling thought.
Yes.
And that's the beginning of a paradigm shift into a more...
Exactly. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. A better feeling thought is again a concept that people get confused about, because they think a better feeling thought should be a good feeling thought, but that's not necessarily the case. A better feeling thought just means that you think one step improvement in the way you're evaluating a situation. Because if you try to go too far from your current belief, your mind starts saying, but that's a lie. And anytime your mind says that's a lie, that thought is discarded. You don't accept anything that you consider a lie.
Well, and I agree completely. I mean, one example I use with my clients that I coach is, as I understand, if you've been vibrating in a low, negative, limited position energetically for like 35 or 40 years in your life, you're not going to just flip the switch like that overnight. I use the example of an old-fashioned radio. Remember, some of them had dials where you had to tune it. So if you wanted to go from 89.7 hertz all the way up to 107.9, you had to take this knob and turn, and you're actually changing the frequency, and you have to keep turning and turning and turning. So you have to stay consistent and persistent and patient too to get there.
Absolutely. Consistency actually is the key. You have to be consistent with evaluating how you're thinking your thoughts and making those fine-tuning changes that you were just talking about. We have to do that continuously every day for the rest of our lives. And that is why I say that law of attraction, once you get into it, it is a way of life. It is not a tool.
What? No, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that when people use it like a tool and they use it to manifest something specific, that actually is a problem, because it creates attachment to the outcome.
And right, exactly. My understanding that is, if you're sitting there going, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, you're trying to force the universe's hand, and you're actually creating a block.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It pushes things away rather than bring them to you. because the universe does not respond to a complaint. And every time you focus on the fact that you don't have something that you want, that is seen as a complaint. And that is why we talk about gratitude and appreciation. You were talking about the book, Why Me? Why Do Bad Things Happen to Good People? That is the underlying basis of that book, is that bad things happen to good people because good people keep complaining. They're not appreciative enough of what they already have.
Yeah. Wow. This is awesome. This is you are so spot on with the law of attraction. We're speaking to Zehra Mahoon from Ontario, Canada, a master mindset and law of attraction coach. This is just great stuff. I'm going to go back to another one of your books. Now, I haven't had a chance to read this, but I saw that you have an interesting book called Win, a Law of Attraction Guide to Winning the Lottery. Now, we know this is a big topic that many people ask. How can I use the LOA to win the lottery? Can you tell us about this one?
Absolutely. It's interesting because a lot of people want to win the lottery. Mm-hmm. And the thing, well, the thing about using law of attraction to win the lottery is that it's the wrong way to go about it. Mm-hmm. Because if you start thinking about, oh, I want to win the lottery, I want to win the lottery, I want to win the lottery, that's actually sending a complaint out to the universe. Mm-hmm. And then coupled with that are all the beliefs that you have about winning the lottery, where you think that the odds are against you. There are so many people buying the ticket. Some people have thoughts that say, oh, I never win anything. How could I ever win this? You actually have to bring it to a place where you buy the lottery ticket without actually thinking about winning. It's just like drinking water. You just drink water. You don't attach a goal to it. Oh, I'm going to drink this water, and then this is going to happen, and then this is going to happen to my kidneys, and this is going to happen to my heart, and this is going to happen to my circulation. You don't do any of that. You just drink the water, right? So the thing is, you have to leave the outcome over to the universe. That is where trust and faith come into the picture. So if you go and buy a lottery ticket as if it was drinking water, it's just something common, it's just something that I do, and I have no attachment to the outcome. Now I am leaving the door open for the universe to actually assist me in winning the lottery. Because you see, the actual winning is up to the universe. It's not up to you. You have to allow the universe to help you. But if you keep thinking about winning, you are not allowing the universe to do its job. It's like sitting in a car where the universe is in the driving seat and you're in the passenger seat, but you've got your hands on the steering wheel, right? Yeah. So you're not letting the universe drive. You've got to let go of the steering wheels, and you just look out towards the future and let the universe do the driving. Let the universe figure out the route. It's not your job. Mm-hmm. Let the universe figure out how to get you there. It's when people try and control the outcome by saying, oh, I'm going to buy this ticket and this is the winning ticket. Well, you don't know that this is the winning ticket, because now you're trying to control the outcome because you're saying this is the winning ticket. Instead, if you just buy the ticket and you say, one day I will win, mm-hmm. and you let it go, that's like letting go the steering wheel and allowing the universe to take you towards it.
Yeah, and how many stories have we heard? Somebody went and dropped $500 on the big Powerball that's going to be $500 million, and they might have won a few dollars. And then the grand prize winner was the guy that went into the convenience store and just on a second thought said, "Here's $2. Give me one play,
one ticket."
Think about it, and then he checks it, and he's the grand prize winner. Yeah. And it makes sense to me that if you're not trying to force the universe's hand again, I mean, then there's none of that energetic blockage. I mean, the few times that I have actually won something on the lottery, it was exactly like that. It was when I just kind of offhand, and then put it over there. Oh, and checked the neck. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I had no investment in it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I call attachment to the outcome. What you just said, the word investment, when we are invested in the outcome, that is attachment. And when you're that invested in the outcome, you're actually blocking it from happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Wow. I'm going to have to go buy a lottery ticket after this and then just put it aside. I'll split it with you. All right.
All right. Sounds good. Everybody listening, you're witness here.
We're committed. All right. So we may have already touched on this, but I'll ask this question. What do you think is the biggest misconception people have about the law of attraction?
That I have to think about something in order to make it happen. That is one of the biggest misconceptions. The thing is, thinking about the thing you want again and again is not what brings it to you. In fact, the less you think about it, the easier it is to manifest.
Can't you, let's say, if you have a goal, sit down, write it, and be specific about it so the universe knows the direction you want to go, but then just set it aside? And
no, the universe already knows exactly what you want. You don't need to tell the universe because the universe is paying attention to every thought you think. It's not selective listening. The universe does not respond to you when you say, you dial a number and you call in and you say, universe, are you listening? I'm telling you exactly what I want. No, the universe is listening to you every minute of the day because the universe is responding to every vibration coming out of your body. So the universe already knows what you want. You don't visualize and you don't make lists because you want the universe to know what you want. The reason you do those exercises is so you can feel good because the universe responds to you when you are in a place of appreciation and feeling good.
I've said that some people look at the law of attraction like ordering from Amazon Prime. I want this. Okay, deliver it within 3 days.
Yes, and that is exactly how it should be. Yeah. Because you see, when you place an order with Amazon, you don't go to the Amazon warehouse and pack your own box and ship it to yourself.
Yeah, good.
But when we want to control the outcome, that's what we're doing. We're saying this is how it should come about. Yeah. And the universe says, no, excuse me, you placed the order, your job is done. My job is the delivery. You better be there to accept the delivery. And that's where things go wrong. People don't show up to accept the delivery.
Yeah, there's a universal law that I've studied called the law of allowing. A lot of people will ask for something and then they don't allow the universe to deliver it. They may not even realize that.
That's right. So it's the allowing that is the critical factor in manifestation happening. If you don't allow it, and we block things because of the beliefs we have, and because we think that this thing should happen in order for me to be happy, but really anything that you want is because you just think having it is going to make you happy. So why not just ask the universe to bring you things that will make you happy instead of being specific and describing the color and the height and the, yada, 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 long list of features. You don't need to do that. Just ask for something that is satisfying and brings you joy. And then the universe will have many options to bring you things that you would enjoy.
I guess that once an individual understands that everything is energy and your thoughts are energy, then it's worthwhile to pay attention to the direction of your thoughts in general so that you can allow more to be delivered that you really do want.
Exactly. And that's why I say that law of attraction is a way of life, because you cannot stop paying attention to the way you're thinking your thoughts. That's something that's continuous, that you need to pay attention to every day and do every day.
And as we know, society in general, almost accepts a thought realm that is just simply dwells in drama and conflict and negativity. Well, that's reality. That's what they say. Well, now that you've created it that way, because that's where your thoughts dwell. But in general, society seems to think that is reality.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's true. And as long as you pay attention to reality, you can't change the future. In order to change the future, you've got to stop paying attention to what is now and start looking at what can come.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Yeah. Well, I have something that I thought I would throw at you here, and I thought you would find this really interesting. So, I have a book that I've written, and I'm hoping to get published in the future. And of course, it's got to do with the law of attraction. Well, I recently had a literary consultant tell me that the topic of the law of attraction had lost its luster and was passé as a topic of interest. So what are your thoughts on that?
I think that law of attraction as a topic has always been there. It just wasn't called law of attraction.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've had so many teachers that I followed in the past, and none of them actually called it the law of attraction until Rhonda Bryan's work came to the surface. But Dr. Wayne Dyer never referred to the law of attraction, but everything he taught was law of attraction. Deepak Chopra never referred to the term law of attraction, but everything he taught was law of attraction. Norman Vincent Peale taught everything that he taught was law of attraction. Napoleon Hill taught law of attraction. They never called it law of attraction. So these days it's being called law of attraction. 10 years later, we might have another word for it, right? Who cares? Self-improvement, wanting things, wanting to manifest things is something that humans will always want. It's never going to go away. You can change what you call it.
Yeah. I think about, many years in my past, that I actually was practicing and incorporating the law of attraction, but it was exactly that. There was the word, I didn't even know what the words law of attraction were. If you look at Napoleon Hill's classic book, Think and Grow Rich,
yes,
he never mentions the word law of
exactly.
attraction because it wasn't a term, but it's exactly what he did.
Exactly. And, the Course in Miracles is so well known, and so many people.
I'm a big fan of it.
Exactly. And it is all law of attraction,
Yes.
but there is not a single place in that book that uses the word law of attraction. So you can call it what you will, but self-improvement, wanting to grow, wanting to accomplish and be successful is something that humans will always be looking for information on, and you can just call it whatever you want to call it.
I'm so glad you brought up the spiritual aspect, because true spirituality is in perfect resonance and alignment with the law of attraction.
Absolutely.
Especially A Course in Miracles. I've been studying it for 17 years, and I never see any separation from
because there isn't. The Course in Miracles is a key really to understanding the law of attraction. Everything that is in that body of works is law of attraction based.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. That's awesome. I'm going to shift gears here again. I'm going to go back to another practical usage of law of attraction. I just find your books and your videos, YouTube videos, phenomenal, very usable. I was watching one of your YouTube videos earlier today about how to look and feel younger using the LOA. How exactly does that work?
Well, if you keep telling yourself that you're not looking good, or you're growing older, therefore you're aging, then that's a belief. And whatever you believe is going to become real in your life. When you see yourself as older or as aging, then the rest of the world will see you as that, because the world just mirrors whatever it is that is going on inside you. But if you are allowing energy to flow through your body, which is why, chakra clearing, Reiki, and all these practices are so important, is because they assist in the flowing of energy. So if you allow the energy of the universe to flow through you, non-resistant flow, meaning that negative beliefs are not stored in your body, there aren't any blockages caused by negative beliefs, then your body has the ability to rejuvenate itself. I mean, our skin is rubbing off all the time, right? Which means that new skin is being formed. So there's no need for this new skin to be aging. Your organs are, within 2 years, all your organs are replaced. Everything is replaced because your body has a natural mechanism for getting rid of older cells and replacing them with new cells. So aging is a phenomena that is created because of resistance. And if you were never resistant, then there would be no aging.
That's excellent advice. Yeah, I'll just win the lottery and go buy a magic skin cream. Yeah, no, that's not how it works. So, wow, yeah, that's great. And I know that's a big topic. I mean, how much of society is focused on looking younger and feeling healthier, but it all starts
in the head. Yes, you're absolutely right. It does.
And I'm 100 years old, and look, I got it going. So, I know what I want to ask you. I'm really interested in this. Tell us about your 40-day law of attraction workout and I believe you have an unlimited universe mastermind program. What are those?
Yes. So the unlimited workbook is a 40-day workbook. It is, you get the workbook on Amazon, and then I have created a video course that takes people through an understanding and learning of law of attraction. And there's video material that supports people through their 40-day journey. All of that is housed. It's free. Once you buy the workbook, the course is available to you for free. And there is a Facebook group that supports people who are on the journey and they are engaged in the 40-day workout. So I help kick off the workout with a webinar every 40 days. It's called How to Get the Most Out of Your 40-Day Workout. And then I answer questions that people post in the group personally. So people who have been in the group have achieved tremendous changes and improvements in their lives. And the key thing about it is once you learn the practices that are contained in the workbook, those practices can be applied at any time in your life. In fact, I think that they become so much a part of your life that you're using them on a continuous basis. So that's the 40-day law of attraction workout. In order to join the Facebook group, you need to provide proof of purchase and that is because I want to make sure that only those people join the group that are actually doing the workout. Because it's not a group for people who are not familiar with the practices contained in the workbook. So I created the workbook because I realized that there were things that I was doing in my life when things were going well. And when I stopped doing those exercises, when I stopped doing those things, my life didn't go as smooth as it did when I was doing the exercises. So in the beginning, it was a checklist. And then when I started helping my coaching clients with their lives, I gave them the checklist, and from there it expanded, because now in order to give them the checklist, I also needed to explain to them how those exercises worked. And so as I built more material into the workbook, it became a very important resource in the lives of the people who were working with me. And then I just decided that it needs a wider audience, and why limit it. So I put it out there as a workbook, and it really has changed many lives. Send me your address and I'll send you a workbook.
Okay. All right. I'll send you my email, and it's a digital download, right?
It's on Kindle. Or it's on Kindle, but I would like to send you a physical copy, because the physical copy actually has the exercises in it, and the Kindle version, you need to have your own workbook or your own notebook to do the exercises in, which is fine too. It's whatever it is your preference.
It's like me. I'd rather have a book in my hand than
yes, same here. I prefer the physical workbook.
But this makes complete sense to me, because I stay active with running daily. And so in other words, a workbook is like exercising your body every single day. You're exercising your mind and your energy direction consistently focused with a 40 days in a row. That makes complete sense to me. It's energetic and mental fitness.
Exactly right. And it only takes like half an hour to do. So it's not overly time consuming. And over a period of time, the exercises, as they become your second nature to do, you don't even sit down to do the workout because you're doing it every day in your head.
Nice. Well, I'm definitely going to send you my address. So I'll send that to you. Tell me also about this Unlimited Universe Mastermind. That sounds interesting.
Unlimited 365. So at the end of doing the 40-day workout for many years, I had the urge to take it a step further. So from Unlimited 40 was born Unlimited 365. And in the Unlimited 365 program, now that is a paid program. Unlimited 40 is free. You just buy the workbook. But Unlimited 365 is a paid program where I teach every day. So every day there's a new video. And I find that is really useful for people to actually get a more in-depth understanding of law of attraction, and also to deepen their understanding and keep them on track.
Mm-hmm.
So we meet every morning, 7 days a week.
Really? Wow.
365 days a year. There are no breaks. And every Sunday we have a live Q&A session where people bring their questions and I coach them through those questions live on Zoom.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No wonder you're not bored.
Wow. Not at all bored. It's very interesting and it's very satisfying to see people improving their lives.
That is just awesome stuff. Beautiful. So this brings me to the question I have asked literally every one of my guests through 45 episodes is, why do you think that the people of the world are now more than ever awakening to all things enlightening, such as the law of attraction, spiritual and metaphysical? Why now?
I think it's a slow progression that has been going on. I don't think it's sudden. I think that it was always there, but it was taboo to talk about it. And now it's no longer. That taboo has lifted. People have become more open. And a large part of it is because of the internet, because there are forums like Google, like anyone can start a website. Even 20 years ago, if you wanted to start a website, you didn't just start a website. You needed someone who knew how to do it to start it for you. And so now it's very easy. Anyone can start a website. Anyone can create a YouTube channel, a TikTok. Like people have all these venues where they can voice their opinions and teach without any restriction. And I believe that technology has made it easy for us to go to all parts of the world. And I think that is one of the reasons why there's more talk about spirituality and law of attraction and other modalities, is because people want to be happy, have always searched for things to make them happy. But now information is so much more accessible. I can just go to Google and I can put in any search term and find information. I no longer, I mean, I don't know about you, but when I was in university, I used to go to the library and bring bags full of books, and they were heavy. And I had to carry them, and those were big, heavy books. And now I don't have to do that anymore. I just go to Google or YouTube or whatever and just type in a search term, and all the information I need is right there.
And this makes complete sense to me. I mean, instant global communication. I have friends around the globe now, and where if I, let's see, 35 years ago, and I had gotten a long distance phone call from my friend in Auckland, New Zealand, it would be like a big event. And now
yes.
I'm sitting there on Facebook Instant Messenger talking to him and my friend Jennifer in Perth, Australia. It's like nothing,
Yes.
So yes, it
Exactly.
does make sense that the idea of enlightenment and spirituality, it just
Yeah.
so much
And
more.
there's one more element to it, and that is that the internet has also made it possible for us to create spaces where we can meet like-minded people. You see,
Yes.
one of the problems was, if I was interested in spirituality 15, 20 years ago, where would I go to find people like me? I didn't want to talk about it because I knew it wasn't accepted. So there was no one I could talk about it to. And I didn't know how to find people who were interested in the same kind of things that I was interested in. But now, I mean, Facebook made it possible for people to create groups, and they're private groups. So only those people can enter who are into that subject matter.
Mhm.
And we in the beginning, when internet was new, there were chat rooms that you could enter into, and you knew that people in that chat room were going to be people who were talking about the same subject matter that you were interested in. So suddenly people started finding people from across the world who were interested in the same kind of things that they were interested in, and now you could have deep, meaningful, fun discussions. And so people started talking about it more, you see. And so this is why, and more people who had been wondering about it, who were not openly talking about it, suddenly found a place where they could talk about it. And I think that has contributed to it becoming something that is more accessible and more available and more asked for.
And just an example, what you said, just about 3 or 4 months ago, I started a Facebook group called Power of Eight Healing Session based on Lynn McTaggart's Power of Eight research and writings. And now we have members, a private group from around the globe, and the instantaneous
Exactly.
and
That's right.
of like-mindedness. It's
Yes.
beautiful. And on one final thing on that, I mean, it used to be just like you said, when before the internet, and you didn't know anybody within your circle that you could talk to, and if you brought it up as oh, that's all woo-woo.
Yes,
And
exactly.
now you talk to a friend in Sweden on Instant Messenger and say, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's what I think too. So yeah, very good point. Thank you for saying that. Really appreciate it. So, well, again, we're going to wind up here with Zehra Mahoon, a law of attraction and master mindset coach, author of 12 books. You look her up on Amazon. She's got some great stuff there. Zehra, how can people find you online and contact you and maybe get into your programs?
My website is zmahoon.com. There's a contact form on the website, so anyone can email me through my website. Across all social media, my handle is Zmahoon. So just my first initial and my last name. So whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, it's Zmahoon across all platforms. And I'm more than happy to connect with people. Also, if you want to interact with me, the best place to join me is my Facebook group, Unlimited Life, where you can just join the group. And if you post a question there, I'm more than happy to respond to it.
Excellent. Yeah. So again, the internet making it so easy
Exactly.
to
Yes.
hook up with one of the greatest teachers of the law of attraction in the world, Zehra Mahoon. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for taking time to be on World Awakenings. I really, truly appreciate it. I know my viewers and listeners do. And thank you again. Namaste. Namaste.
Thank you for having me.
This has been another episode of World Awakenings, the fast track to enlightenment with your host, Carl Gruber, a certified law of attraction life coach. We welcome you to tune in each and every episode of this podcast, World Awakenings, as we open your mind, your heart, and your eyes to the fact that all the world's population is now, more than ever, awakening to the truth of all things metaphysical and spiritual, and just how they play an all-important role in our moment-to-moment everyday life. Much love and light to you, my friend. Thank you for tuning in.